Thank you, Chief. Mr. Barbour.
Thank you, Acting Chairman, Chairman Boucher, and Ranking Member Stearns, and members of the subcommittee. Thank you for providing me the opportunity to appear before you here today. My name is Jason Barbour. I am serving as the 911 Director for Johnston County, located in North Carolina. I'm also an active captain with the Town of Clayton Fire Department, as well as a Deputy Sheriff for Johnston County. I am the past president for the National Emergency Number Association, commonly referred to as NENA. I currently serve as NENA's representative on the Public Safety Spectrum Trust, commonly referred to as the PSST. I am also a member of the Association of Public Safety Communication Officials International, commonly referred to as APCO. While I am actively involved in all of these organizations, I am here today only on the behalf of Johnston County, a rural yet fast-growing county in eastern North Carolina. In my testimony today, I would like to make 3 points. First, broadband technologies provide significant benefits for emergency communications. Ensuring that public safety agencies and emergency responders are connected to broadband, wireline, and wireless must be a national priority. Second, any actions taken by Congress or the FCC must ensure that a sustainable funding source is in place to pay for public safety's access to and use of broadband. Third, any proposal for the establishment of a wireless public safety broadband network must take into consideration the needs of rural America and ensure that access to the network in all areas of the country. How do we get there in rural America? No one doubts the potential of broadband for public safety in areas urban and rural. However, in rural America, there are legitimate questions concerning how wireless public safety broadband network can be paid for and built out. No one doubts that a public safety agencies would love to have access to their own network and operate their own broadband network. But the reality is, in many areas, there's simply no way to fund the build-out and continued use of such network. Whether public safety has access to 10, 20, 50 megahertz of spectrum, the spectrum is only as good as the ability to pay for it and build it out. That is why I, along with the rest of the national public safety community, was particularly interested in the FCC's original D-block concept, in which public safety would have access to a broadband network but would not have to pay for the cost of building the network. Whether or not the original D-block public-private partnership can still work is a legitimate question. A known funding source and a known build-out schedule were important 2 years ago, and regardless of the specific plan that is adopted, they remain critical issues today, particularly in rural America. I commend all the organizations involved in this debate for putting the ideas on the table intended to result in the positive solutions for public safety. Without commenting on any of the individual proposals, I believe several questions must be answered. First and foremost, is there an identified, reoccurring funding source to pay for access to and use of the network for all areas? Will the proposal result in a nationwide wireless broadband network? Is there a high likelihood of success that such a network will be built out nationally on a known schedule? Will the network meet the reasonable needs and important needs of public safety? Will the plan ensure that public safety remains current and has current benefits from the commercial research and development? If the plan calls for a public-private partnership, is there sufficient oversight by the FCC or appropriate authority to ensure that such agreements are adhered to? If an approach is adopted that does not involve an auction with build-out requirements by commercial entities, is there sufficient evidence to conclude that there is a need for additional spectrum in rural areas, and therefore an assurance that non-mandatory partnerships will emerge and result in a nationwide network being built in less populated areas? I am particularly interested in the answers of these questions for rural America. Whatever the details of any plan may be, it is essential that they are reviewed to ensure that the result is a nationwide network or network of networks sufficient to meet the needs of public safety, and that near and long-term funding is available for public safety to access and use the network. Thank you for the opportunity for me to be here today.